everybody. Welcome to Life at Sunny Lee with Kathy Jarvis. And it's been an interesting week. It's January the 26th, I think. And this week, of course, it started out with cold weather. And we woke up on Friday and Sunday, the weekend. It was very cold, into the minus numbers, temperature-wise, with snow on the ground. And very windy. You can hear the wind howling. And of course, when that happens, it means that you have to spend a lot of time taking care of animals. You either have to bring them inside, and those that can't be inside, you have to add extra straw or hay or bedding, whatever, so they can nestle down and stay warm. Have to make sure they have plenty of feed and water. Now, feed's not a big problem unless it's a liquid type food, but feed you can just take out there and give it to them in the morning or the afternoon or wherever you want to feed them. But water is another problem. You have to make sure that the heaters are working on the tanks, and if they're not, then you have to carry water, depending on how many animals you have and whether they can get to the water trough or not, as far as how many times you have to carry water. You need to carry water at least twice a day, sometimes even 3 times a day. So, and then of course, your water faucets outside could freeze. Even the ones that aren't supposed to freeze can freeze up. And that means you have to carry the water from the house. So we had 2 days of really cold weather, windy weather, that you had to take care of the animals extra carefully. And then, of course, you get to come in, and there's not anything else you can do outside. You don't want to be outside very long. So you come in, you either huddle down by the fireplace or the wood stove and warm yourself up, and then you do some crafts, or you clean house. And I did a little bit of both. I finished one of my craft projects and started another one, and I started cleaning the office area. Now, the office area, I can only clean my part. I can't clean his desk or underneath his desk because he's working on tax papers, and I do not want to mess with those. Nope. So I got my desk cleaned up. I got Artie taken care of. I had to feed him. I had to replace the gauge in his cage, and just double check all the temperatures, make sure all the temperatures were correct on him. And then also I had to clean the bird cage, and I deep cleaned the bird cage. It took me 3 hours to clean this bird cage. I cleaned every nook and cranny of it, and cleaned all the dishes for him, all of his toys, all of his purchase, everything got cleaned for her. So she has a beautifully clean cage now. And on Monday, we skipped church on Sunday because of the weather and because of having to do all the extra stuff. And then on Monday, I had my hair cut, and shoes was out of medicine, so I called the vet and talked to them, and went in after I got my hair cut, went in and picked up another round of medicine for her and another tube of ointment for her. And found out I was really giving the medicine not correctly. I was supposed to give her 2 at one time, and I was giving her 1 in the morning and 1 at night. So this time we're giving her 2 at the same time. So hopefully that will make the difference and get these sores healed up. Yeah. She's on her 5th day, 4th day, I guess, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4th day of it, and she is walking better. And she's not yelping at me when I treat those. So hopefully that means that they're getting better. We can only try. And then Tuesday we went and got groceries. And by that time, all the snow had gone because the weather had warmed up. But we were going into a rainy season and fog. Oh my gosh. We had fog for like 3 days in a row, to the point where you had trouble seeing, when you went driving. So we went down and got groceries on Tuesday. Wednesday we went to Columbus and saw The Beekeeper. Very good movie. Very well written. There's some things that, you're looking at backwards and going, nope, that wouldn't have happened. It's impossible. But it was a good well-written movie, and it was full of excitement, and it's one, if I had a chance to watch it again, I probably would. And so we did that on Wednesday, and that's what that night is when I cleaned the birdcage. It took me 3 hours to clean the birdcage. On Thursday, we had to go and get water because we can't keep bottled water. We use our water very much to drink. We just don't like the taste of it, so we buy bottled water. And so we had to get more water, and went out to eat and fed Artie. And that's when I rearranged his cage, cleaned his enclosure out, and got him fed and put the new cages in, and basically just spent a little bit of time with the snake. And I washed out the bottom of the bird cage again, trying to keep it clean this time so it doesn't get as dirty as it was. I mean, it's been a long time since I deep cleaned that cage, and that's how come it took so long. So I'm gonna try to wipe it out every other day at least. And then Friday I finally got to leave the cats out after about 2 weeks of being confined inside because of the weather. They finally got out today. And I'm not so sure if the wild birds appreciate that or not, because they're used to eating in the feeders without having to worry about the cats. And the minute those cats went out, those birds took off. So we'll see how that works out. Birds usually aren't there in the evening and the afternoon, so they're usually there in the mornings. So I'll probably leave the cats in until mid-morning after the birds are done eating their food that they need. And of course, with the pretty weather coming on, I will not be having to fill those feeders up as much as I did when the snow was on the ground. I was filling them up at least once every day or every other day. Of course, I'm only filling them halfway full because I don't want them to get the seeds to get wet and then them to mold and not be any good. So I got only one going right now because, like I said, it's no snow out there. It's just wet, and the flowers are starting to come up. The daffodils are starting to come up now. So hopefully spring is just around the corner. We can only hope that this weather stays and we don't get more snow and ice or anything. So let's see, Friday we did that, and he's working on tax papers, and I'm doing more laundry like usual. So hopefully you have a good week. Remember to dream big, follow your dream, and like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.